If you're learning Spanish, you've probably wondered why there are two verbs, ser and estar, to say to be, while in most of the Romance languages and the rest of languages, there's only one. It's important to see why there are two verbs and not just one. And in order to see this, in order to understand this, we need to go back to the origins, to the etymology of the words, of the two words, ser and estar. A way of explaining it, or a rule that I've read everywhere, and even I was teaching it this way before, it's that one it's for permanent things and the other one it's for more temporary things, but this doesn't really work all the time because there are too many exceptions for this, and it just doesn't work. So the best way that I came across is to go back to the roots, to the origin of the word. So let's see it. The verb estar comes from the verb stare in Latin, that literally means to stand, as in like to stand on your feet. And the verb ser comes from the Latin esse, which means to exist, as in to be alive, to be real, to be true. These two words, stare and esse, also gives us some words in English. Stare gives us state, which is a condition or way of being that exists within a particular context or circumstance. And actually, funnily enough, circumstance also comes from the same word, from circum, which is around, and stare, which is to stand. So it's to stand around a situation or a circumstance. And the word esse gives us essence in English. So it's the basic or most important idea or quality of something, or what makes it true. So these words that we get from English gives us a clue or tells us what these two different verbs mean. So if we had to give another meaning or a new meaning or the actual meaning to these two words, ser and estar, we could say that estar, it's a way of being that it's particular to a context or circumstance. And ser, it's a way of being that is the fundamental nature, so like the essence. So if you think of ser, think of essence. And if you think of estar, think of state. And this way, you'll be able to kind of, know which one you have to use when you're speaking. Okay, so it's time to practice. I'm going to open a random exercise online and we'll do it together and we'll see if it makes sense. And if it doesn't, we'll see why it doesn't. But before practicing, before doing this exercise, I wanna quickly ask you that if you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel so you support my work. And also if you wanna read more about this topic or other topics that are from my interest and maybe even yours, subscribe to my newsletter as well so you can see more of me. Okay, let's do this. Nosotros estamos buenos amigos. So we are good friends. We start with a tricky one. If we ask, is this a state or is this the essence? It could be a state, right? That we are friends, because it could depend on a circumstance or a context. But here we use the verb ser. It would be nosotros somos buenos amigos because it's the essence of our relationship. Like, you and me are friends, and that's the essence of our relationship. It could be that we're no longer going to be friends in the future, but what defined our relationship, it was that we were friends maybe in the past. Hope that makes sense. So let's put somos. If something doesn't make sense, let me know in the comments and I'm really happy to explain it again or to explain in my mind again. Carmen es en la clase. So Carmen is in the class. This is a location. This is a state. I hope that's clear as well. Vosotros no estáis españoles, ¿no? You are not Spanish, right? What is that? Is that a state? Like being Spanish is a state of you? Or is it the essence? It's the essence. Vosotros no sois españoles, ¿no? Tú eres alemana. Same. Usted está la madre de Carlos. You are Carlos's mom. Being a mother, once you become a mother, that's your essence. That defines you. It's not a state anymore. Hope that makes sense. Again, if any of these ones you're like, no, but why? Then let me know, okay? Usted es la madre de Carlos. Yo soy profesora de italiano. O yo estoy profesora de italiano. Okay, so here I'm an Italian teacher. With professions, it could be nowadays that the profession is something that it depends on a context. Right now, because I need money, I'm working as something that it's not what I usually do, or I don't know. It could be, this one could be, not clear. But again, here in this case, you need to go back to the origins. Before a profession, you'd learn your family's trade and you'd just become something. You'd become a blacksmith or you'd become something, and that's your essence. That's Nuria the blacksmith, and it defines you. It's your profession. It defines you. It's what you do. So in this case, all professions are with the verb ser. Yo soy profesora, and because it's not a state. Once you become something, you could say if it's something transitional, if it's something that just it's like circumstantial, like I'm a waitress right now, but that's not what I want to define me. Then you could say estoy trabajando de camarera. I'm working as a waitress, and then you use estoy, and that makes it not. It doesn't identify you. It's not your essence this way. If you say yo soy profesora, that's like I'm a teacher, I'm a doctor, it defines me. It's part of who I am. Okay. Mis hijos están muy inteligentes. My children are very intelligent. We are saying something about my children that defines who they are. They are intelligent. So verb ser, it's their essence. They are intelligent. Eva y Luis son de Argentina. Again, esta casa está muy linda. Okay, so here this one could be either or. Está muy linda or es muy linda. Depending on, imagine you have a house, and the house, it's just a normal house. It's not very beautiful. But Christmas comes and you decorated it all, and the house is in a state of being beautiful because you have decorated it. It's not usually beautiful, but you have decorated it and now it looks beautiful. So you would say está muy linda. But if the house, it's a beautiful house, you say it always, you see it and it's like, oh, it's a beautiful house. It defines it. The fact that it's beautiful, it defines, it's the essence of the house. Then you say es muy linda. And it's what I think they were thinking when they wrote this. So I'm going to put es. Now we'll see. Mi casa está lejos de la escuela. My house is far from the school. The fact that it's far from something is a state. And it's location as well. Location, when we speak about location, it's always a state of something. It's not the essence. It's not what defines my house. The fact that it's far from the school is just a circumstance. So está. Nosotros somos bien. Y vosotros, we are well. And you? Okay, so if you say like, how are you? Oh, I'm good. I'm asking for your state, not like, what do you think you are? Are you good? Are you a good person? No, I'm asking you whether you're well or not right now, and what happened in your life? Is it all good? So we'd use for a state, as a state, I'm good. Estamos bien. Nosotros estamos bien. ¿Y vosotros? Chris y yo estamos estudiantes de medicina. We are students. Okay, this one is interesting because somos o estamos. The fact that you're a student, it could be something circumstantial. It could be a state. But when you say a student, you're giving yourself a tag, like I'm a student, you know, then this is ser, because it's right now, it's your essence. Right now, the fact that I'm a student, it's what defines me right now. I'm a student. It's not that it's my state, you know. It's not that I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm a student. It's not the same. It's like, oh, I'm a student right now. This defines me. It's my profession, being a student. So somos. This one might not be clear for everyone. So again, let me know in the comments if you want me to just do a whole video on professions and all this. Oh, vegetarian. You are vegetarian. This, again, it's the same as the professions. Once you become vegetarian, that defines you. So, verb ser, tú eres vegetariano. It's like when we have things that, you know, vegetariano, it's the same as colombiano. It like belongs to Colombia, belongs to vegetarianism, you know. So once there's like belonging, it's your essence, it's what you are, what defines you. Ustedes están muy interesados en la historia de México. You are very interested in the Mexican history. Being interested in something, it's a state. Están. Los bebés están durmiendo. Being sleeping, it's a state. Están. El gato está negro y pequeño. The cat is black and small. This is the essence of the cat, right? Verb ser. Esas mesas son de madera. These tables are wooden, are made of wood. It's their essence. They are from wood, son de madera. Aquel bloque está el más moderno de la ciudad. Okay, so that block, it's the most modern of the city. It defines the fact that that one is the most modern. That's something that defines, it's the essence of that block. Esas oficinas están vacías. Okay, so we have offices that are empty. They could be full, but right now they're empty, you know, it's just a circumstantial thing that they're empty, so están vacías. El supermercado no está abierto ahora. The supermarket is not open right now. Now, so it's a state of the supermarket. It doesn't define the supermarket. Yo no soy cocinero. Estoy camarero. Again, professions. Soy. Ustedes son trabajando aquí. Oh, that's what I was saying before. You are working here. So it's not that, you know, defines you the fact that you're working here. It's just right now, you know, a circumstance, you're working here. So, ustedes están trabajando aquí. Also, when we have verbs, like gerund verbs, trabajando, and then there was another one here, trabajando, durmiendo, I think we had one. The baby is sleeping. Yeah. Durmiendo, trabajando. When we have these verbs, it's always the verb estar. Because it's something, you know. It's a verb. ¿Quién es esa chica de la camiseta azul? Who's that girl in the blue t-shirt? Who is she? I'm not saying like what's her state. I'm saying who is she? So, verb ser. Mi esposa y yo somos muy contentos en la nueva casa. Oh, we are happy in the new house. Me and my wife. So, being happy right now, it's a state. We are happy. We are content. We are, you know, estamos. Irene y tú sois las mejores estudiantes de la clase. Okay, you and Irene are the best students of the school, so that defines you. You know, if you think of, oh, she was the best student, that's something that defines her. Sois las mejores estudiantes de la clase. Let's check it. Todo perfecto. Okay, that's good. Again, if there is anything that doesn't make sense from what I said, and you're like, oh, Nuria, you're just, you know, that doesn't make sense, let me know, and I'll go as deep as I have to in one of these ones, okay? But I hope this is clear and that this makes sense. If you want to practice more, just type, you know, frases para practicar ser y estar en español in Google, and you have hundreds. So let me know how it goes. If you have any other sentences that come to mind that you ser or estar and they don't match with what I'm saying, they don't make sense, please let me know, because I've been looking into this for really long time and I really want to know examples of where this doesn't work. Also, if you want to know more about this, you can go to my website and check my blog and you'll see what I wrote about this, and I'll keep writing more about this and other interesting topics, so feel free to join and say hi.